to spend about 15 minutes with Q&A, and I thought, and one of the reasons we really invited Ray was not only because they were such a remarkable example of what's possible, is that also he's a CEO of a major corporation, and we just thought it was so important to get inside the mind and see what is possible with a CEO who's really leading a corporation, and actually more of an advocate in the industry, much like we are. So if you'd like, this is an opportunity, please stand up and we'll ask and we'll entertain some questions. And if you don't mind, I'll start with the first question. And that is, much of our work is really trying to pressure CEOs to get the vision that you've got. And sometimes it takes a campaign of over a year, sometimes 2 years, to really push that CEO to the point where they actually sit down and read this book or open up. And I'm wondering if there's some way that CEOs like yourself, and there are others who've really taken this more courageous stand, might be able to be even more aggressive and possibly even with our help in really enlightening and pushing their fellow CEOs to get this vision.
It's a big question, and there's no simple answer either. In our instance, it was the voice of our customers that we first heard asking this question: what's your company done for the environment? Interior designers who are very influential in our marketplace. I doubt there's very many CEOs anywhere that won't listen when they hear questions coming from their customers. When Jeffrey Immelt, CEO at GE, commits to double his R&D from $750 million to $1.5 billion in clean technologies, he expects to increase his revenues from $5 billion to $10 billion in those clean technologies. You can be sure he's not doing it out of altruism. He's doing it because he's heard his customers, his marketplace, demand those clean technologies. And the really simple but very difficult answer is the power is with the people. It's the people. It's the people that make up the marketplace. It's the people that go to the voting booth that in the long run determine the course. But of course, the demand side and the supply side have to co-evolve. You can't supply the product. It does no good to hear the demand for it. So you've got to develop both sides of that balance. And the other thing that, in our instance, if we can draw an example from our own experience, was that there were people inside our company who were hearing these questions and were unable to respond and were embarrassed and becoming really anxious about it. They said, we need to do something. And long before I read Hawkins' book, these people were saying, we got to do something here. What are we doing for the environment? Let's begin to get some answers. So there's a response from inside our company, way down in the organization, saying we need to respond to these customers. So that's our experience. And I think what industry needs most to see is real examples of how this works and works better than the old model. And we're beginning now, literally, to show that our stock has gone from 2 to 15 in the last 3 years. Of course, it had been at 22 before it went to 2. And I mentioned the recession. But as people are watching us, to the extent they are, and they're seeing this share performance in the marketplace, and they're seeing our quarterly earnings reports getting better and better and better, they're saying